Hi there, my name is Emily and welcome back to my channel, Publish Polish. I'm really excited to bring you part 2 of my Black Friday haul today. This was my second purchase on Black Friday. I placed an order with the indie brand Polished for Days. This was my first time purchasing from the brand directly. Previously, I've ordered the brand through a Canadian stockist called Harlow & Co. They, of course, didn't have the Black Friday specials that Polish for Days was specifically offering, so I decided to purchase directly from the store to take full advantage of the sales that they had on. While the sale itself wasn't particularly crazy, they did shave off $1 to $2 per bottle, which was big, but I think the incentive that got me the most was they were offering discounted mystery bags that included a lot of their previous collaboration polishes with PPU, as well as their own collaboration they do with the brand Polish called For the Love of Polish. I usually skip out on these collaboration polishes since it doesn't make sense for me to make small orders to Canada since the shipping is quite expensive. That's why I was really excited to take advantage of these mystery bags so that I was able to make a larger purchase to get the polishes themselves. Lastly, they also included a Black Friday exclusive polish for free, which was really exciting, and I'm looking forward to showing it to you here in this video. Along with these mystery polishes, they released an entire new winter collection which spoke to me in a way that very few entire collections do, and I knew even if I only bought a few of the polishes to start, I would eventually be adding every polish in the collection eventually. So rather than do a piecemeal thing, I just ordered the whole collection, which came with an additional discount as well for buying it all in a whole. This, of course, is the Whispers of Winter collection, which I will be able to show you swatches of here in its entirety. It's really, really gorgeous, and the really nice thing about Polish for Days as well is they're a very low FOMO brand, so these collections that they release, even if they are momentarily out of stock, they do restock them regularly for a few years after their release. So there's very low pressure to feel like you need to order these things before they're unavailable, which is really nice. Now, without further ado, here are the polishes that I got on Black Friday. This is Velvet Bow from the Whispers of Winter collection. This was certainly the standout polish of the collection. It's an extremely gorgeous magenta base with a strong red to orange to gold aurora shimmer. It's such a unique color to my collection since it's not quite a red, but it's also not quite a pink either. You can see in this first coat here, the pink is really, really shining through, but as I build it up in more coats, the red really starts to shine through. Now, I did get a chance to wear this color as a full manicure during the Christmas time, and I would say it certainly fit right in. Even with that pink tint, it really is just such a beautiful, vibrant color to wear around the holidays. And in fact, I think it would even fit in the springtime or the summertime as well, just because of how vibrant it is. It really, really is stunning, and like I said before, it was a standout of the collection. You can see in this close-up here just how how bright that red shimmer is. It's really, really pretty. I think if I were to get any one polish from the collection, I would choose this one just because it's so, so special. And like I said before, it goes well at any time. And even in this lower lighting here, you can see how shimmery it is. It's really, really nice. This is Little Star. It's a gorgeous light blue that shifts periwinkle with a strong blue shimmer and a linear hollow throughout. It's a really, really unique shade. There's a lot going on in this bottle, which is why I think it's so special. I had to build it up in 3 coats here, so it does go on a little bit sheer, but I will say that it's worth the time it takes to build up in 3 coats, as that shimmer and that hollow sparkle really come through and come to life after that 3rd coat. I did get a chance to also wear this manicure in full during the holidays, since it was such a lovely wintry snowy color. I got lots of compliments from my friends, and I will say wearing this as a full manicure, it reminded me of one of my other all-time favorite polishes from Night Owl Lacquer called I Smell Snow. The only difference is that Little Star has a blue shifting shimmer and I Smell Snow is more of an aqua or teal color. It comes off as a bit more green toned and this one more blue, but I think the formula is immaculate. It's so pretty here. You can see all those like little linear shimmers shine and it really glows blue. I think this is a really classic winter polish with a nice icy blue glow, and you can see here in the lower lighting it really shines still as well. Now this is Bittersweet. It's a gorgeous brown based polish with different colored flakies and a scattering of hollow throughout. It really comes off as mostly brown, but then the flakies shift from red to pink to purple. It's a really unique shade, and I haven't had anything in my collection even remotely close to it. I think as far as flakies, this one is so pretty. I love that they added in some scattered hollow sparkle as well, but I don't have any brown flaky polishes in my collection, so I was really excited to see this in the Whispers of Winter collection. I think it's a really unique polish, and I haven't had a chance to wear this as a full manicure yet, but seeing the swatches here, I think it will be so lovely to wear in the winter time. I love wearing browns and warmer polishes to try to brighten up my I live in Canada, so it's quite dark, dreary, and covered in snow. It's so cold, but I also love the name here. It's really reminiscent of cookies and baking and bittersweet chocolate. So I really like this one, and I hope you like seeing it as well. I am hard pressed to find anything that's even remotely like it. I also really love the Polish for Days flaky formula, so you certainly can't go wrong with that. This is Snowmallow. I love that this color was included in their winter collection because a nice cool tone violet like this really fits in any winter collection or rack that you're building. I also love the strong red to orange to yellow aurora shimmer. It really comes through. There's also a very delicate hollow, scattered hollow throughout, but it's sort of a blink or you miss it. It's very delicate. As you can see here, the first coat goes on quite sheer. I had to build it up in 3 coats, so to cover my visible nail line. I would recommend that as well, but that's sort of very standard for any lighter colored polishes. I think after a few coats, it really started to build up that shimmer and really glowed. It's a really beautiful color. Well, I think there are some shades that are similar to this. I think that this specific shade of purple is pretty unique to the Polish for Days catalog, and it honestly was the color that stood out to me the most when I first saw the collection, just because I do love a good cool toned purple. I'm sort of addicted to any cool toned blues, cool toned purples, cool toned greens. I find that they look really good against my skin tone, so I was quite happy to add this one to my collection. So you can see here that I'm just building up on the 3rd coat. You can see my visible nail line is pretty much gone. You can only sort of see it in very low lighting, but in the studio lights here, and then when I show it in lower lighting, you'll see it's built up to opacity. It looks really great on. I haven't had the chance to wear this on my full hand yet, but I know that it will look fantastic. Now this is the last shade in the Whispers of Winter collection. It's called Platinum Ice, and it's in a black or dark gray base with a strong silver magnetic pigment that pulls wherever you use the magnet. It's a very cool polish. I don't know if it's the most unique, but just putting it on unmagnetized in the first coat here, you can see how shiny the silver is. I think even if you weren't gonna magnetize it, I think it's a really, really pretty silver. This was the polish I think I was a little bit hesitant on getting in the collection, mostly because it's a magnetic and I can be a little bit lazy, I'll be honest. I think all of us can get a little bit lazy when it comes to magnetic polishes. But I don't have a silver magnetic in my collection, so I thought, what the hell, I might as well get the whole thing, especially since I like the other colors so much. And I will say, after swatching it here, I sure am glad that I did. It's so sparkly, I think is the best way to describe it here. I think it's so cool to see how strongly the silver magnetic pigment pulls. You can see in the lower lighting here, it hides my visible nail line a bit more. Perhaps a third coat would completely hide it here, but I don't mind it. This is Clover, one of the returning shades that Polish for Days brought back for the Black Friday celebrations. This was originally from the Enchanted Woods collection from back in 2020, and I'm so glad I got the chance to pick it up now since I wasn't in the indie polish world at all back then, so I'm really glad to be able to add this to my collection now. You can see here in the first swatch that it's a teal leaning jelly base with metallic flakes that shift from orange to gold to green to teal. They're really, really shifty, and as you build it up in, I believe I did 2 coats here, you can see just how shiny they get. I think this would be a great polish to wear for St. Patrick's Day, so I will certainly be making sure I get this on my rack for the month of March. I do intend to wear a lot of greens then, so this will fit right in. I think that this is a beautiful flaky formula that Polish for Days is known for, and these flakes shine super, super bright and look like a field of clovers on your nail, which is really, really cool. You can see in the lower lighting too, it shines just as nicely in the regular everyday lighting. This is Raspberry Chocolate. This is another returning polish, but this time it is a rewind from their For the Love of Polish boxes. This was voted on their Facebook group of the favorites that they wanted to bring back. I think this was an absolutely gorgeous choice. I don't have enough browns in my collection, and I was really excited to add this to it. As you can see on the first coat, it is a sort of cool toned brown corelli base with a strong kind of, I guess, raspberry pink aurora shimmer. You can see on the first coat here, it goes on fairly thick. It builds up in 2 coats very nicely. I will say this polish did remind me of the Kathleen & Co.'s Rosary Pea. But I did swatch them out together, and Rosary Pea has a much more orange shimmer, and this one has a much more pink shimmer. I believe that they're different enough to keep both in my collection, but that's just something to keep in mind to do a little comparison there if you already have that one in your collection and are thinking about adding this one as well. I believe this one sold out quite quickly, so I think Jenna's bringing it back again as a pre-order. This is 2024. This polish doesn't have anything to do with the Black Friday celebrations going on, but it was just another polish available in their catalog at a discount. I have been eyeing this polish for months now, so when I saw the opportunity to add it onto my order and at a discount at no less, I jumped at the opportunity. You can see here the polish has a purple leaning gray base with a strong royal blue aurora shimmer. It really reminds me of the shimmers that are included in Sleepy Hollow or Goblins and Ghoulies or Snowcap or Melt or any other of their other polishes that have a strong blue shimmer. I really enjoy these polishes, which is why I wanted to add this one to my collection. And as I said previously, I do love a good purple or anything that sort of leans blue and cooler. So I knew that this was going to fit right into my collection. As you can see here in 2 coats, it builds up really, really nicely on the nail, and I think this would look absolutely stunning in a full manicure. I think the colors are also very reminiscent of winter, so I think it would fit right in any manicure around these winter months. The next 6 polishes I'm going to show you are from the mystery bags I received. This first one here is Salamandra, and I will tell you, when this polish was first released on Polish Pickup, I very nearly broke my no-buy that I had set on myself that month. This polish stood out to me then, and I was so excited for it to be included in the mysteries I got, since I wanted it so much then, and having it in my hands now, oh my gosh, is it ever gorgeous. You can see here on the first coat of the swatch is a very navy gray base that has a strong orange to yellow to red shifting shimmer. It is such a unique and gorgeous polish. I think the inspiration of it being this sort of mythical fire salamander is such a cool inspiration as well. And wow, is that shimmer ever stunning. I was so excited when I pulled this out of the mystery bag. I think it was definitely one of the ones that I was hoping for the most, and am I ever glad to have it now. You can see in the lower lighting as well that shimmer is still coming through and still looking so shiny. I was very, very pleased to get this one. Now this is Deception Gala. I absolutely love getting mystery bags, but the sort of trade-off with mystery bags is that you don't know what you're going to get. And that means that sometimes you're going to get polishes that you're not quite so excited about. I would say out of all the 6 polishes, this one is the one that I am a little bit hesitant on. I find that the combination of the flakies and the base sort of looks like linoleum to me. Perhaps it's just me. But as you can see on this first coat here, it's a blue jelly base with gold and blue metallic flakes and some matte black flakes included as well. I just find that when they're all together, it really kind of looks like linoleum. Maybe when I put this on as a full manicure, I'll like it more, but my first impressions of the polish, I was a little bit underwhelmed. My mind could be changed though. I think the cool thing about mysteries as well is that you're going to get polishes that you wouldn't have necessarily bought at full price on their own previously, and this is certainly an example of that. I don't think I would have bought this when it first came out, but I think having it now is pretty cool. And I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a whirl, and if I don't like it, I can destash it, and that'll be fine. I will say the formula is really good, so there's no complaints there. I think it's just the colors. Not as big of a fan. Now, contrary to the last one, I didn't even know that this polish was released before, because I'm pretty sure if I knew about it, I would have bought it. This is Sabrina's Gengar, and it's this gorgeous purple base with purple to pink shifty metallic flakes, a purple aurora shimmer, and then scattered hollow throughout. They really threw everything into this one, every polish and finish and sparkle and glitter that you could possibly desire into this polish, into this absolutely gorgeous purple glitter bomb on the nail. Now, seeing the first coat on, you would think that it might need 3 coats, but I found it looked absolutely perfect in 2. You can see I'm floating it on a little bit heavier on the second coat, and that purple shimmer really takes over here. I love the metallic flakes. I think it adds like such a nice texture to it, and then the scattered hollow glitter in it too is just a chef's kiss. I didn't know that this polish even existed, and now that I have it in my collection, I can't imagine it without it. You can see even in the lower lighting how shifty it is and that quintessential purple shimmer. Now, this was another polish that I didn't know I needed in my life until it showed up in my mystery bag, which is another part of why I love mysteries so much. It's like a fun little surprise, and then you find stuff that you never know you needed. This is Naydra. This was from their For the Love of Polish box. I don't even remember this being released, but after seeing it swatched on my nail, it's so beautiful and gorgeous. It's a light teal or blue jelly base with these green to blue to teal iridescent flakies throughout. When you build it up in 2 coats, it almost looks monochromatic with between the jelly and the flakes, which I think is such a cool effect. And if you look at these iridescent flakes, it really starts to glow on the nail. Like, this is a beautiful neon polish for, honestly, for me, the spring or the summer months. I love wearing bright colors on my nails, so this was definitely something that I never knew I needed, but am so glad to have. I just can't get over how much those flakes glow. And you can see even in the lower lighting here how much they glow even through that jelly base. Now, this next polish is called Illusion of Depth. This is an absolutely stunning polish. I actually have this on as a full manicure right now while I record this voiceover. And I can say that having it on my whole hands now, it's even more gorgeous than you see in the swatch here. You can see that it has an indigo jelly base with these iridescent and metallic flakies that shine different colors on the nail. There are also some matte black flakes to provide some depth, just as the name suggests. But when you build this up in 2 coats on my nail, which I did here as well as on my full hand mani that I currently have on, these flakes start to shift blue, green, teal, yellow, gold, orange, almost a red. It's really beautiful, and I never expected to see so many different colored flakes in one polish. I really love flaky nail polishes, and I think the ones that have lots of different colors in them really look like jewels on the nail. I think it adds so much depth to what the polish looks like, and you can see here even in the lower lighting, these colors together really almost look like a peacock. It's really gorgeous, and I didn't know I need this one, but here we are. Now, I'm sure some of you will recognize this polish just by looking at it in the bottle. This is, of course, Polish for Days Ghoulish. This was the reiteration of one of their most popular shades, Goblins and Ghoulies, and all they did was add in some micro hollow flakes into it and created this beauty. I was very tempted to purchase this polish when it was first released, but I decided to wait since I figured since I have the original Goblins and Ghoulies, I could just add a hollow topper, but I am sure glad I got this in the mystery bag. You can see here it has the magenta jelly or crelly base with that very iconic bright royal blue shimmer shifting throughout, making it look almost purple altogether. And then, of course, that all too familiar scattering of micro hollow flakes throughout. It's my absolute favorite finish in any nail polish is the hollow flakes. So I was very, very excited when I saw this in my mystery bag. Now, you could make requests when you were ordering the bags, but I love a true mystery, so I decided to keep to that, but this was definitely one of the polishes I wanted the most. You can see even in the lower lighting just how shifty and shiny and glowy that blue is. Ugh, it's such a gorgeous polish. Now, this last polish I'm going to show you was the free gift with purchase with the orders made on Black Friday. It's called Black Friday 2025, and it's a really pretty polish, I'm not gonna lie. I think it has the same blue shimmer that shows up in Goblins and Ghoulies and in Ghoulish that I just showed you, but it's in sort of a darker purple base, and a lot of linear hollow is in it as well. I would say that's probably the predominant thing, is the linear hollow with that beautiful royal blue shimmer. It really, really shines, which is why I think it's the same pigment of Ghoulish. You can see here, it's a little bit darker than my favorite polishes are, but I think as far as a gift with purchase goes, this is really kind of all of the iconic things about Polish for Days wrapped into one. I think it's a really cool gift to get with everything, and I was really excited to get it. Like I said, I love mysteries, and this in a way is a mystery as well, and I'm excited to try this as a full manicure sometime soon. So there you have it. Those are the polishes I ordered from Polish for Days on Black Friday 2025. I hope you enjoyed the swatches, and let me know down below if there's any that you are thinking about picking up or any that you got yourself on Black Friday that you love. Well, I've swatched them all here. I haven't had the chance to wear them all as full manicures yet, so if there's something that you really love and you think I should try sooner opposed to later, I'd love it if you were to let me know. Again, if you liked the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I do intend on making more content regularly, as well as a part 3, the final part of my Black Friday haul will be coming soon. The last brand I purchased from was Great Lakes Lacquer. They are the only brand that did a pre-order that I purchased from, so those polishes have just been shipped. So I do expect to be making the 3rd part of my Black Friday series shortly, as soon as I get them essentially. But that's it for me. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.